Then you fill in. You've got a lot of talent, you know. I mean, you have a lot of facial gestures, and you're a very convincing talker. But it doesn't mean that there is no free will, just because you've convinced yourself that there isn't. So you have a predisposition to believe that there is free will, that there isn't any. But you could change your mind. And I know you're going to say that, well, if you change your mind, it's because you've chose something has influenced you to change your mind. And I am trying to influence you to change your mind that you do have free will. But it's really entirely up to you. See, the truth of the matter is that you're not in a position to pontificate about whether or not there is such a thing as free will or not. It's not for you to say because you don't have absolute knowledge. If you want to know whether or not there's free will, you want to know really what reality is ultimately, you have to accept some authority. Now, maybe you're not predisposed to accept my authority because I'm an old man with a beard, you know, and all that stuff. But I really agree with what Drozen 20 was saying about, by the way, if we look a little bit alike, it's because there is a relationship. I happen to be his father, you know. I'm pretty proud of that video that he did. The other one I really couldn't follow the logic of, but that one I kind of liked. Anyway, so we're talking about free will. And I'm saying that it does exist. And he was talking, and Drozen 20 was talking about how you're conditioned. And you're right. So there's this two forces. There's this force where we're conditioned to have some predilection for something. And then there's this other thing that we have, which is choice, free will. Like, we can respond to our predilections. You know, we can follow them, or we can not follow them. Just like if you're hungry. Doesn't mean that you have to eat. Like sometimes prisoners, they decide to fast as a form of protest, you know. They still are hungry, but they've chosen not to eat. Now you're going to say, well, yeah, but because they're chemically responding to this idea that they want some kind of goal that they're going for, and they feel that by not eating they're going to be able to achieve that goal. Well, that's true, but they've chosen to do that. Just like you can choose to agree with me, or you could choose not to. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree either. It's really up to you. But all this is logic. Now I'm trying to present my logic about whether this is true or not. That's fine. Logic helps. But ultimately, we have to accept some authority. You know, because our logic is imperfect. I'm just a human being. You're just a human being. We're both fairly intelligent. You know, you're an intelligent, talented guy. I respect that. But we have to accept some higher authority about what free will is. And to do that, we have to have some source. So for me, the source is the Vedic knowledge, what's found in the Vedas. And according to the Vedas, we're all originally part and parcel of the Supreme. We're part and parcel of the all-inclusive. I'm not going to give you the Sanskrit names for those things yet. Right? But we're part and parcel of that which is all-inclusive. We're part and parcel of that which is the reservoir of pleasure for all living entities. We're part and parcel of that which has free will, of he who has free will, or what has free will, however you want to understand. And because we're part and parcel, we also have those same qualities. We also can choose. The supreme, complete whole gives us the right, gives us free will, gives us the right to choose. Well, do I want to be part and parcel of the totally inclusive, all attractive, whatever it is I'm not naming yet? Or do I want to be separate and independent and just do my own thing and forget about the supreme and try to be supreme myself, you know? Pontificate about whether or not we have free will. I say there's no free will, therefore there is no free will. Nonsense. So I think I've made my point, and I'd like to hear your response, because you're an intelligent young man. Oh yeah, Hare Krishna.